Alright, we are on day 11 of Medieval Day in the Dynasty. So we're gonna play, go to adventure, and then let's see if 10:04 p.m. 4:29. So yeah, that is the most recent file. We had to do this one, if you guys remember, on the previous episode because one of the save files ended up, or one of the loading screens ended up making it so that way I was unable to. I was underneath the world. It was really weird. But so, here we go. Let's do this. And in case you're wondering why everything keeps on like looking around, it's because occasionally I have a hard time sitting still, so I do a lot of looking around in general. Also, I seem to have misplaced my e-cig. Oh, there it is. All right. So, here we are, day 11, a medieval day in the Dynasty. Let's see, we got, since Easter is over, well, April is over now. We're now on May 1st. Whoop, a little bit of a glitch there. We're now on May 1st right now. So, chickens will no longer be available, but I already got my 20 white chickens. 10 there, 10 there, and then my 30 regular chickens. Beehives are a-buzzing. Let's see, what day is it? It is currently the 7th day of summer. Alright, so let's see if we can go find ourselves that alpha wolf that I'm still, too hungry to go looking for right now. So let's get some food in our belly here before I go hunting. Oh, and maybe empty the inventory out of my backpack. That would probably be a good idea as well. So, let's go to the right chest. Sorry about that. Go here. Put the egg away. Oh yeah, that's right. I got a buttload of tools. And I'm gonna have to apparently go to my storage house. Because if you guys remember from previous episodes, I actually have a house dedicated just to storing things that are not gonna fit in the resource shed. Because apparently building more than one resource shed, and I kinda knew this in advance, but I figured it was worth trying it out anyway. But the resource shed, if you build multiples, it actually doesn't give you extra space. It just occupies the same space. And so I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I am now stocking. And I've never really been too huge of a fan of collecting these clay, or of making these clay pots. I prefer to use my clay for like the potion bottles or the alcohol bottles or something like that. But let's see, this is food. So let's put the blue egg there. Clay goes out there, food bowl stays with me, and the meat and the berries go into the other chest, and the leather, let's put the leather with the rest of the animal stuff, because this is where I'm going to be storing spare animals. I've actually come to terms with the fact that I thought about it for a while. I'm going to have to eventually replace my animals, because I realize that in real life animals don't live forever, so in this game they probably don't either. So I gotta kinda prepare for their inevitable demise. And just for now, I'm gonna store my excess tools. Let's see, you are at 84%, so you're fine. You're at 20%. 100%. Keeping the shovel, because that's at 46%, 16%. I am eventually going to need a new knife, apparently. And I'm going to need a new axe. But these are things I can make out in the wild, so I'm not too concerned. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping the reeds, so that way when I'm out on the go, I still have a way to be able to make tools and stuff as I need them. Because there is going to be a chance that I will have a tool break, like a knife, while I'm trying to skin something. And that always sucks when you're, you know, halfway through skinning an animal and getting its skin, and next thing you know, you are... I'll keep those rocks. Next thing you know, your knife breaks and you've still got half an animal sitting there. I suppose I don't really need the bowls, so I'll set those there for now. Actually, no. I gotta go over to the, I gotta go over to the tavern anyway, so let's go to the tavern. And drop off these bowls. Drop off this meat. Apparently not all of it's gonna fit. So I will put the rest right there. And put this mushroom, let's see, right there. And so now our backpack is at 38 pounds right there. And I better eat. So 1, 2, 3, and if you remember from the previous episode, these are the soups that I ended up stealing from the people who, they were nice enough to let me build their tavern for them, and then they don't complain when I steal their shit, so it's kind of nice. Although I should probably top that up. Although, for the sake of not starving out in the wilderness, in case it takes me a little bit, 1, 2, 3, bring 3 bowls of soup with me. Alright, let's go hunting. Alright, so I'm gonna go look for the alpha wolf over by the Cave of Winds, because that is one area that I keep kind of walking past. I walk up and around the river, but I never actually go near it. And I have a feeling that's where one of the wolves might be. And let's not have the most broken bow for that. Because I don't know how many shots it's actually going to take to kill these things. They're legendary creatures, so I imagine they're not going to go down in one shot. That's a standard wolf. That's a standard deer. And then get prepared to cut this doggy down. Alright, now we're probably going to end up busting this knife at some point in time while we're out here. And I got to keep an eye, because wolves never travel alone. So there's a very good chance that there's another wolf in this region. I have to keep an eye out. There's not very many high grounds, though, to be able to hide in. So let's take the low ground for now. No, I don't want to grab that. I want to grab... No. No. God. There. Step it. There. Okay, Cave of Winds is right there. So let's see if this thing is anywhere near this cave. I had heard from somebody earlier that the alpha wolf generally hangs out in this area during the summertime, or maybe it's the fall, because I am not seeing it. And that was literally just a lone wolf. I don't see any other wolves around here. I see rabbits. Just around the river bend, I'll hunt once more, looking for the alpha wolf. Not at the shore, where I maybe thought he'd be. Maybe he's around here in the fall? I mean, I only have one day left of summer, so... I mean, they were saying that I could probably go get the bear. That one's probably close enough for me to be able to find. The bear is in the opposite direction, though. I gotta go to the icy peaks. Right there is where the bear should be. So I am just gonna follow this river. And it does kind of like go right through my town, but I'm gonna have to like take the express lane around my village because there is not a very good way to, I mean, yeah, there's not a very good way to get around. There's not really any rocks to be able to climb it straight up the side. Would be kind of cool if they did, but unfortunately they don't. Oh, or do they? Apparently, I have not been looking hard enough. Alright, let's do this. Let's climb, 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 pull. And yes, I know I saw a patch of dirt over at that thing, over at that cave. I'll get to that later. Alright, and then we climb, 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 climb. Got all these little tiny rocks. But if I would have known that these were here, this would have saved me a huge hassle a while ago. I get really tired of constantly climbing these or walking up the side of this. And still no alpha wolf. But we'll see what we can do to be able to rectify that later. Maybe we'll check tomorrow when fall hits. Right now, I'm just looking for any of them. Alpha wolf would have been nice, because I haven't seen a white wolf. I keep saying gray ones, so I think it'd be kind of cool if they ended up having white wolves, which I know that they do. I just haven't seen any. There's a bear, there's another. Oh, there he is. Get his attention. Yeah, I ain't gonna let you zigzag and worm your way out of dying. Sorry. I do not need to get mauled today. Just take your arrows and die. Okay, one down. Now the problem is that there's more bears in the vicinity. So I might have to just leave that one where he is. Wow, didn't actually realize how cool my village looks from up here. Alright, now let's look at the map. Maybe, just maybe, the wolf is over here? Over by the sawmill? You know what? Screw it. How much do I got left in my bow? 58? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arrows. And stab, 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 stab. Oh, told you I was going to end up needing to make tools. Okay, so let's pull out our handy dandy tool book and make ourselves a stone knife with reeds and a short stick and a rock. Boom. Short knife. Alright. When we flip it around, grab the backpack, grab the backpack, and stab. And stab. And stab. And stab. Whoop. Swoop it all up. Swoop it all up. On the east side. Alright, and just so that way we can keep an eye on this bear over here, I'm gonna kill this guy backwards, because the last thing I want to be doing is standing here with out in the wide open while there's a bear that wants to eat me. Because I really have no quarrels with the bear, but the bear I know is gonna have quarrels with me. So let's just avoid that at all costs, because I don't want to waste more. Because every time you fire a bow, it takes 2% of the life from the bow. So when I first started, this bow was at 100, now it's at 38. Oh, and I'm gonna have to kill a wolf. 2 of them. 1. And come at me, wolf. On guard. Okay, I really don't want to waste my knife on you. Yeah, I didn't really want to kill you, but I know you're not friendly. If I could tame you, I would, but... Oh, that hurt. All to just avoid some conflict with some boars. Oh, yeah. Actually.
We don't take any prisoners!
Okay. Nope, I didn't want your tool. I wanted your money. Same with... Oh, you don't have any.
You'll be stone cold!
Gotcha. All right. No reason to fear bandits. They're relatively, well, I wouldn't say harmless, but they don't hurt nearly as bad as they look like they would. And I would go inside the cave to look, but I honestly don't think that any of these legendary creatures are in a cave. I think they're all mostly outside. But let's go to the map. We need to be oh, I'm very much in the wrong direction. Oh well, we'll find a sign here coming up on this path once I stop running out of breath. I suppose I could probably let my character regain his stamina for a little bit. Collect more berries because they do not populate in the winter time. And I'm gonna want to go this way to get to the sign. And the place that I'm looking for, I believe, is the pathway. So we're gonna go and do... Let's see, where's Crossroads? That's the Crossroads. Perfect, let's go to the Crossroads. All right. Let's see here. Now we need to go to pathway. Is there anything to the pathway? Pathway? No, we got mounds, Wolf Hill, Sedibor, dense forest. Forest area. Clearing area, swamp. Okay, so let's just start by... Screw it. Let's walk. Or run, I guess. So it looks like this is the skinniest part of the river right here, according to the map. Well, right there. And I still don't see... I got room for one more employee. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting that one more employee. I'll check next season. I'll check tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the beginning of fall. Pick up some clay, because that's never a bad idea. Boom. Boom. And I'm going to take a shortcut. And I think the whole reason why they give you the crossbow for these legendary creatures is because of the fact that they are indeed harder to kill than the average animal. Okay, that's not the lumber mill. That's the hunting shed. Hey, buddy. Thanks for your meat. Oh, where is the lumber mill? I thought it was over closer to here. I mean, maybe it's further... Oh, here's the lumber mill. Okay, so I was right. It is around here. So there should be, I believe, a legendary creature around here. If my guy would stop panting. Yes, I know I'm making him run a lot, but it's because it's the fastest mode of transportation. They do not let your character walk very fast, but at the same time, the average person doesn't walk very fast, so it kind of makes sense. Not seeing any rare animals from up here. No rabid boars, no ravenous bears. And now it's raining, which is going to significantly cut down on my field of view. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Well, this is where I got that random attack from that... well, this is where I nearly had that panic attack because I thought a bear was coming to get me. But we got one legendary creature down. Really hoping to find another before the next day. I did see online from somebody when I was doing a little bit of research that for a lot of people it's been taking 2 seasons to be able to find these animals. So it doesn't incredibly surprise me. Wolves. Although I suppose, you know, there's one place that I haven't checked yet. But in order for me to check, I am gonna have to go over here. I'm gonna need to go to the swamp. My house! My house! In the middle of the street. At least they're nice enough to not let you, you know, build your house in the middle of water. Oh, that would be kind of funny if you could, you know, dam up a river just by building your house there. I think that'd be kind of funny. But no, they don't do that. They're not going to be that mean. But so let's go. And we're gonna just kind of slide down here because I don't think that there's any legendary animals this way. Try not to get the attention of the boar. I know I can kill it very easily, but that is not what I'm here to do. Because I've already killed the wild, or the rabid boar. I believe that was the first quest that they asked you to do. Yeah. So I've already done that. So let's go to the island. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. I didn't notice it before, but it kind of looks like there's a face up on that rock there. Interesting. Alright, let's see if there is anything here. I'm not seeing any wild animals yet, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any. I don't know, as far as I know, these legendary animal quests are relatively new because I believe they came from the crossbow side quest. And the crossbow is new as far as I'm aware of. No, nothing over here. It is getting dark, so I'm probably going to have to start heading back to the house soon. But let's continue looking, just in case. Oop. Gonna have to defend myself against an archer.
You'll never leave this place alive.
Is that how you feel about it? Sorry, what were you saying again? I believe you said something about not leaving alive. You've got money. Give me your money. I don't think there are any wild animals here. Never seen one before, not even... Oh! Well, that's a rabid boar. I don't need a rabid boar. Okay, well... It looks like this was a relatively fruitless adventure. Because I am not seeing anything. Today I only found one of anything. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I could only find a white bear. Took out my bow and shot it down. It fell down into the ground. But I only found one of everything. Then nothing at all. Alright, I'm gonna have to find a sign to be able to get myself to be able to go home. So... Na 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 na. Although now with my extra piece of fur, I am kind of... It is kind of cool that you can collect fur now. Because I didn't mind, like, hanging the giant... I didn't mind hanging the skulls, like the buffalo skull and the buck skull. I didn't mind that. That was kind of cool. But to be able to actually mount an actual animal's head, like the bear head that I have in my house, I find that to be kind of badass. And apparently all this running around is making me hungry. Oh. I already know what's in there. I dug that up last season. Oh, hey, there's a beehive over there. Oh, Jesus. You startled me. Oh, sorry, dude. You scared me. Take that, though. Whew. You know, you get startled and you actually feel the chills running up your back. And your arms get kind of cold. Yeah, that's what happened there. It's dark. I couldn't see them. But, yeah, it is time for my character to start going to bed. It is almost time. It's getting close to fall. So, if you come across a suspicious, if I wouldn't have tripped on my tongue, I probably would have been able to read that out loud to you. But no, I had a stutter, so. gathered 40 berries. Let's see how many of them it takes to fill me up. So I can still gather them in the fall. They're just not available in the winter time, that's all. And I don't like going to bed hungry, because you end up waking up hungry. You always wake up hungry. But, alright, because see, there's my bear, there's my buffalo, and there's my buck. So, tomorrow, we will try again to see if we can find yet another one of these mythical animals. Till then, good night, everybody, and we will see you on day 12. But for now, this is the end of day 11 of a medieval day in the Dynasty.